The Crimson Spire had stood for 17,000 years, and today it would witness its final breath. Kate pressed her mop against the obsidian floors, watching the cleaning solution swirl in patterns that reminded her of nebulae. She'd worked as a janitor aboard the galactic station for 3 years now, invisible to the diplomats and warriors who strode these halls. They came from 1,000 worlds, speaking 1,000 languages, but none of them ever looked down at the human pushing a cleaning cart. "The Ancient One is dying," someone whispered in the corridor. Kate paused, her enhanced hearing picking up the Velkari delegate's trembling voice. "The last of the Elder Dragons, 17 millennia old," Kate resumed mopping. "Dragons were legend even among legends, beings who'd witnessed the birth of civilizations, who'd guided species through their first steps into the stars." She'd never seen one. Janitors didn't attend audiences with the universe's eldest souls. The station's intercom crackled. "All personnel, the Elder Dragon Sarthavanix has requested an audience. All species representatives to the Grand Chamber immediately." Kate pushed her cart toward the service elevator. The Grand Chamber would need cleaning after whatever ceremony they performed. Death, she'd learned, was messy in any language. Leonardo stood among the assembled representatives, his military uniform crisp despite the tension coiling through his shoulders. As humanity's junior attaché, he'd been summoned along with Ambassador Chen, but he felt like an imposter among these titans of diplomacy. The dragon lay coiled in the chamber's center, scales that had once gleamed like rubies now dimmed to ash. Its breathing came in labored wheezes, each exhale releasing wisps of smoke that smelled of cinnamon and ancient libraries. "I have one final wish." Sarthavanix's voice resonated through the chamber, not with sound but with meaning that translated itself directly into every mind. "Before I return to the cosmic dust, I must speak with the human who knows my name." Silence fell like a hammer. Ambassador Chen stepped forward, bowing deeply. "Great Sarthavanix, I am honored, not you." The dragon's eye, larger than Leonardo's head, fixed on the assembly. "My true name, the name given to me by my mother before the first stars cooled. Only one human knows it." Leonardo felt his stomach drop. He'd studied xenolinguistics, had memorized the formal titles of 100 species, but a dragon's true name? Impossible. Those were secrets guarded across millennia, never shared with younger races. "Surely there's been a mistake," the Velkari delegate ventured. "Humans have only been spacefaring for 2 centuries. How could one of them find them?" The dragon's voice carried weight that made the station's walls hum. "Or I die with my final words unspoken." Kate was scrubbing the viewing port in Sector 7 when the security team found her. "You need to come with us," the Thravian officer said, all 4 arms gesturing urgently. "Now." "I'm not done with—" "The dragon asked for you." Kate's mop clattered to the floor. They rushed her through corridors she'd only cleaned, past chambers where decisions affecting billions were made. Her cleaning uniform felt absurdly inadequate. This had to be a mistake. The grand chamber doors opened and Kate froze. The dragon was smaller than she'd imagined, curled tight as if against cold only it could feel. But its eyes, ancient beyond measure, locked onto her with recognition that made her breath catch. "You," Sarthavanix whispered, and Kate heard joy in that single word. Leonardo watched in confusion as the janitor, he'd seen her before, emptying waste receptacles in the diplomatic wing, approached the dying dragon. She moved hesitantly as if approaching a dream she feared would shatter. "I don't understand," Kate said softly. "I'm nobody. I just clean floors." "You spoke to me," the dragon said. "6 months ago, in the botanical gardens where you thought no one could hear." Kate's eyes widened. She remembered. A moment of loneliness so profound she'd sat among the alien flowers and whispered to the stars. She'd recited the one dragon name she knew, learned from her grandmother's bedtime stories, never imagining. "Verishimel," Kate breathed. "Little flame." The dragon's laugh was smoke and starlight. "My mother's name for me. Before I became Sarthavanix the Eternal, before I guided civilizations and witnessed empires rise and fall, I was simply her little flame." Tears tracked down Kate's cheeks. "My grandmother told me stories. She said dragons remembered every kindness, every name spoken with love. And I have," Verishimel said. "In 17,000 years, only you spoke my mother's name. Only you remembered that even legends were once children." The assembled representatives stood stunned. Leonardo felt something shift in his understanding of the universe. That significance wasn't measured in rank or species, but in moments of unexpected connection. "I'm dying," the dragon continued, "but I needed to thank you for reminding me that I was loved before I was legendary, for speaking a name that made me, for one moment, young again." Kate knelt beside the massive head, placing her small hand on scales older than human civilization. "Thank you for listening," she whispered. "Thank you for remembering." Barashimil's breathing slowed, steadied, peaceful. "Tell them," the dragon said, voice fading like sunset, "that humans understand what others forget. That small acts echo across eternity. That the universe needs its janitors as much as its heroes." The light faded from ancient eyes. Leonardo found Kate in the gardens 3 days later, sitting where she'd once spoken to stars. The universe had changed, humanity's status elevated, not through military might or diplomatic cunning, but because a janitor had remembered a name. "They're offering you ambassadorships," Leonardo said, sitting beside her. "Every major government wants the human who knew the dragon's name." Kate shook her head, touching the memorial flower that now grew where Barashimil's scale had fallen. "I'm just a janitor. You're the person who saw a legend and remembered it was once someone's child," Leonardo corrected. "That's more important than any title." Kate smiled, picking up her mop. "Maybe, but these floors still need cleaning." As she walked away, Leonardo understood the dragon's final lesson, that true greatness lived in small moments, spoken names, and the humans who remembered that even the oldest stars were once new light. And somewhere in the cosmic dust, a little flame remembered being loved.